Dear colleagues, dear ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you on our webinar, which is focused on our product for the control of the coccidiosis and iron deficiency anemia. And we will discuss today the assessment of the field trial results with some of the impact on the economy on the farm. My name is Daniel Sperling, and I'm working as a swine veterinary service manager on Ceva S.A Animal in the corporate team. And I'm very happy to present you today these couple of informations, and I hope so you will enjoy the webinar. So, as already anticipated, the agenda and summary of my presentation, we will just briefly discuss the impact of the coccidiosis, the main facts, some of the summary from the different studies, how it looks like if you have the problems with the coccidiosis on your farm. Then we will present some of the exercise, economical assessment of the improvement of the control of the coccidiosis by Foseris, and some of our experimental and field study data. And at the end, some comments regarding to the diagnostic and the practical tips and the things why the disease such itself, or the coccidiosis, is still the big issue for our farms all around the world. If I may start with the main impact, because I will not go for the characteristic of the parasite. These are the things which are very well known, and we will just focus on the impact of the disease such itself today. Then, as you can see, independently, if you have I would say the big clinical problems in the farm concerning the diarrhea or not, or you have a subclinical coccidiosis, there is a still negative impact on the growing performance. On the study which was done some time ago by the colleagues from the Ghent University, they clearly demonstrate that despite the subclinical form of the coccidiosis, there is a negative effect, and there is a big difference in terms of the implementation of the treatment by the toltrazuril and improvement of the situation. In this specific case, where we are speaking about the subclinical coccidia infection, it was 25 grams daily, which were lost due to the non-controlled coccidia infection. From our studies, we also know that once you put the animals under the challenge trial and you really infect every single animal and you follow them during the trial, then we really do see that the piglets are stopped growing for the certain period of time. I mean, I'm speaking about the control group, which is not treated, and the difference at the end of the trial can be more than 1 kilogram of weight in terms of the weaning weight. This is the summary what I already started to discuss on the previous slide from the different studies, from the independent studies by the different researchers. As I mentioned and anticipated, the weight or weaning weight difference can be easily even more than 1 kilogram. What we also know is actually that if you do not have a proper control of the coccidia infection, then basically there is a negative effect on the following period of the production life of the animals. So we do see the negative effect in the nursery period, and also we do see the negative effect in terms of the slaughter weight or the time which is needed to produce the optimum or the target weight at slaughter, so or during the finishing phase. So the coccidiosis has a really, I would say, long-standing impact despite the fact that the infection such itself and the disease such itself is typical for early stage of life of the piglets. This is a nice graph actually showing the impact of the implementation of the control of the cystoisosporosis from the UK, from the National Animal Disease Information Service. As you can see, then the improvement of the weaning weight, shortening the period of the time which was needed in order to get the optimum weight at the slaughter time. In this specific case, of the production data, it was 9 days. If we have a look on the production results, we just wanted to show you the specific German experiences based on the specific case, and then some of the calculations how you can really improve the situation and the performance on the farm after the implementation of the fourth series, and increase of the weaning weight in this specific case, and the summary provided by our colleagues from Germany, 300 grams difference at the weaning time. So basically what we did, we evaluated the impact of the different factors on the economical potential. So it's not only about, as you can see, it's not only about the weight at weaning, but we know that with the fourth series and simplifying the treatment procedure, just one fast shot by the injection, we are saving the time. In this specific case, based on the experiences of the colleagues, it's less 10 seconds per piglet produced. It's also not only the growth performance, as I already anticipated, but we do see that there is less mortality. Again, for the calculation used 2% less mortality. So at the end we produce more piglets, and that is obviously the effect of the weaning weight and increasement of the weaning weight on the efficiency, feed efficiency expressed as a feed conversion ratio. So we did also some kind of extrapolation to show how much you can basically save in terms of the improvement of these different parameters. The working hour cost in specific conditions of the German farms at that time was estimated on 25 euro per working hour. As you can see, the example of this 250 sow farm production results 29 piglets per sow per year, basically in total more than 7,000 piglets produced per year. If we extrapolate and calculate the effect on time, we reduce amount spent by the procedure, and the level was, or the estimate was, more than 20 hours. 20 hours expressed in a cost was more than 500 euro saving in this specific case scenario. So again, saving labor matters. We also know that this is not only about the time such itself, but it's also availability of the people working on the farm, and so on. So this is a benefit. This is a benefit of simplifying procedure and one quick shot application comparing to the standard injection of the dextran and drenching of the piglets via oral way. As I mentioned, also impact in terms of the mortality. So if we anticipate less mortality in this specific scenario from Germany, 2%, which is very relevant, then anticipating the cost of, or the price of the piglet at that time, 90 euro, as you can see, we would be able to have 2% more piglets, and it means in this specific scenario more than 13,000 euro more income because of the extra piglets due to the reduction of the pre-weaning mortality. Again, significant impact on the production results. The most, I would say, important is basically the influence of the, I would say, optimal weight of the piglets at weaning on the feed efficiency in the following period of the production. What we know, and this is something we were used based on the different discussion from the KOLs. In this case, it's the observation and the studies from our KOL from Spain, Enric Marco, Professor Marco. Basically, if you have the piglets heavier, 400 grams at the time of the weaning, we can anticipate that the improvement of the feed conversion ratio is 100 grams, 0.1 kilogram of the feed for the production of the 1 kilogram of the weight of the piglets. So we recalculate according to our scenario from Germany. 300 grams means 7.5 kilogram of the feed safe in the following period of the production of the life of the piglets. The cost of the feed that time 0.33 euro. And this means that in euro actually we save 2.47 euro by the animal. So putting everything together, the feed is basically the biggest cost item in the piglet production, and you can see that with the optimal and increase optimal weight at weaning and its increase, we are really able to save a lot of money. This is the overall calculation, and as you can see on the scenario of relatively small farm under the German conditions, you may by the improvement of the control of the coccidiosis with the Forceris, you may have extra almost 30,000 euro with the return of investment expressed more than 25 euro. So actually significant impact on the production results. If we have a look on the field efficacy trials which we done as a Ceva up to now, or in the period of years 21 till 24, and those are the results which were published on the different conferences, mainly on the ESPHM conference in Europe. Some of them were also published in a way of the publication in the journal. So what we basically see, and if we try to extrapolate in a way of kind of meta-analysis, so putting all the results and the pre-weaning performance together, just trying to anticipate the effect of the Forceris treatment independently on the weaning age and the type of the farm or the production system. What we have seen is actually that with the Forceris we are improving the weaning weight, and we do have extra 306 grams of weight based on the protocol and change to Forceris treatment. If we try to calculate and estimate the effect based on the specific calculator developed according to the anticipated improvement of the weight during the nursery and the finishing period, so using the difference of the 306 grams more at weaning, as you can see, you can expect the higher weight at the end of the nursery, and higher profit, close to 2 euro per pig in the nursery period, with the return of investment higher than 5 euro. At the finishing, more than 1.2 kilograms with the 2 euro profit per pig, and again return of investment higher than 5 euro. So with this, it's clearly visible that we can really expect improvement of the production results expressed as a return of investment and the profit based on the effective control of the coccidiosis. Not only coccidiosis, but also the improvement, very frequently what we see, improvement of the iron status expressed as a hemoglobin level at the weaning or at the end of the nursery based on the Forceris treatment. These are the data from Asia. So basically, this is the study from Thailand in the big producer, and as you can see, again, the difference at the time of the weaning for 150 grams. But what is also important, on the right side of the slide, you can see that the producer, after the change to Forceris protocol, they received, I would say, more high quality piglets in a way of the optimal weaning weight. In this case, the target and optimum, what they would like to see is the piglets higher than 5 kilograms kilograms at the time of the weaning, and the difference between two groups, two protocols, one based on the oral toltrazuril and iron dextran, the other one based on the Forceris, are clearly visible. More than 80% of the pigs reach the optimum weight compared to the less than 60% in case of the previous protocol applied on the farm. So not only the way in terms of the difference, but also you may see that the quality of the piglets expressed as a homogeneous optimum category of the animals at weaning time is, I would say, really improved. The retrospective efficacy data from also from the Latin America, where we are working with the Forceris in this specific case, is the Colombia. Again, what we have seen, and this is a nice comparative assessment of the two periods by what is I would say beauty of this evaluation, which we are going to publish on the coming APVS conference, is the fact that we had the possibility to compare really long period. So basically 5 years evaluated the period before and after implementation of the Forceris. And beside the fact that we saw the significant differences at the weaning weight, which was on the level around 300 or more than 300 grams at the time of the weaning. What we saw is also that we had the more piglets produced per sow per year after the implementation of the Forceris, which results also in terms of the kilograms produced, expressed as a kilograms of the piglets produced per year. So not only, as we already discussed, not only classical improvement of the growth efficacy, but we do see the positive effect on the production results expressed as amount of the piglets in a way of the reduction of the mortality in the pre-weaning period. And those are just the figures demonstrating improvement of the weaning weight. Always on the yellow left side part of the graph you see the period of the standard control procedure, and then the change to Forceris. And as I already mentioned, also improvement in terms of the kilograms produced per sow per year from this study. So as a conclusion, you can see, and this is another evidence that basically with the improvement of the intestinal health of the piglets, we are also influencing the other potential parameters which are very important for us on from the production point of view. We as a company are focusing also a lot on the diagnostic procedures and improvements. So I would like to, before I will comment this, I would like to also emphasize that it's important to know if we have the parasite and Cystoisospora suis on our farms, if it is responsible for the diarrhea during the pre-weaning period. And why is that? It's important to mention that the parasitic infection and the disease is practically not possible to eliminate from the farm. So the control measures needs to be apply on the farms, because we are not able to eradicate Cystoisospora suis from the environment of the farrowing house due to the high resistance of the oocyst, the external stage of the parasite. More than half year they can persist in the environment. So what we can expect if we are not controlling the infection, it's the permanent transmission and quick spread from one litter to the other due to the character of the parasite. That's important to mention. And as I mentioned also, Ceva has the complex solution for the enteric pathogens, or I would say control of the intestinal health such itself. So it's not only control of the coccidiosis and iron deficiency during the first days of life of the piglets, but we also have a very effective tool in order to control Clostridium perfringens complex, specifically Clostridium perfringens type A and E. coli complex, which is causing the neonatal diarrhea, via vaccination of the gilts and sows and passive protection infection via colostrum of the piglets from the vaccinated mothers. And we also have the EcoPork Shiga, which is the very effective solution for the control of the edema disease in the nursery period of time. But again, the intervention and the early vaccination makes this approach and combined approach very effective, and we are very happy that we can provide the complex solution for the good start of life of piglets on our farms. As I mentioned, diagnostic is very important. You need to know what's the situation on your farm. So this is a kind of diagnostic diagram. I will not go into the detail, but just you to know, Ceva is also working on the improvement of the diagnostic of the coccidiosis nowadays. So beside the standard techniques which are based on the assessment of the external stage of the parasite oocyst in the fecal samples, like flotation in combination with the McMaster or autofluorescence technique, we are very happy that basically we also implement the qPCR technique, which is considered at the moment as the most sensitive technique for the diagnostic of the coccidia on our farms. And you can use this service with the help of our teams as well, because we are implementing this methodology on the different countries, including the Asian countries, including the Korea. So with this information, I just would like to thank you for your attention, and if you have any kind of question, just please go ahead. Thank you very much.